Okay, we're gonna do background check. I'm gonna do background check on myself, and I can't stop laughing because I don't know if you saw. If you didn't see, you should go back in my feed and see the Snow DJ mixing up the ones and twos really hardcore with his friend Mr. Smoke Man. But I can't. Also, there's another thing that I just saw online. It's a comic gig, and I'm binge watching funny things right now, and I'm not over it. Excuse me. I'm gonna be professional now. Probably not. It's amazing. You have to, Irene, please go back in my feed and watch that DJ, especially when he like throws his hands. It's amazing. Okay, background check time. So I started out in real estate, commercial real estate, and because I was helping people as a financial analyst, I was helping the tenants. I was basically coaching them on their business strategies for, hey Michelle, hey Janice, and the helping them with their business strategies in their business to grow it, to maintain it, because as a real estate professional, I had an interest in keeping their business going well, because that meant that they would be a tenant longer, right? So mutually aligned interests, and if I could help them in their business and help them grow, that would mean that they would need to take on more space in our office or in our park or in our building or whatever. So I was coaching people for a very long time. And so I would go through their financial statements with them, and then we'd talk about marketing and sales strategy, and we'd come up with different like guerrilla strategy for them. And I had a blast doing that, especially for companies that were a little bit newer to market and really needed to learn what they didn't know. And then came doctors. So the doctors came into play when I opened up my own clinic, when I started doing the wellness and weight loss clinic. And based on the success of that, I had a lot of doctors coming to me being like, how did you do this? Like, how did you grow and scale your business so fast, so much so fast? Like, how did that happen? Because I've been in business for years and I'm not doing what you're doing, and I don't know what you're doing. Like, how could it be that different? Well, one thing is that doctors don't go to school for business and sales and marketing. They don't do that. They've got their own very, very intense specialty that they have to learn about, and they don't really have room in their teaching for any of the strategies. And oh, by the way, I'm a business graduate, I'm a finance grad, and I didn't have any of the strategies taught to me either. I had to go find them. So of course doctors needed the help, right? And it was an easy thing to do. And so I helped dozens of doctors in their private practices get rid of their busy work, focus on their money-making activities, find out exactly what helped their business grow, what ran it, trimmed the fat, and then simplified their systems, allowed them to grow that way. In massive ways, they'd be able to grow their practices and enjoy doing it, because now it's simpler, and now they are growing faster than ever before, and they're not doing the stuff that they don't like doing. Hey, Jenna. And so that was really, really fun. And so I loved working with doctors, because the doctors I worked with were all coming from a place of truly wanting to serve and help their patients. So right off the bat, I know I'm working with people who care about other people. I'm working with people who just want to reach more and help more, and they see the pain, whatever specialty they're in, whether it was like chiropractic, physical therapist, general practice. They could see their patients being in pain or struggling with something, and they wanted to have the resources to help and grow and fix more people and hire another doctor and do all that, and they can't do it if they can't grow and they can't maintain their business and all that. So I love doing that. And they were good at it. They were good at their job, so I could help them get growing and make more income and make more impact, so that they could really serve on a level that a doctor should. So they spent, like hours and hours in school and residencies, and in some cases like fellowships, doing like extra work just to be the best doctors they could be, and I got to come in and show them how to grow it. So that was really, really satisfying for me. And once we got together, once we started working together, it was nice, because they could obviously see, well, I've walked the walk, I've done it myself, and I also care about my patients, but I also care about business owners too, because I've been in both worlds. And so it was a good mutual trust and understanding platform to be aligned with. So I really enjoyed coming from real estate and being able to move into a doctor setting and coach them too, because they're so open to it and they're so good at what they do, and they need to get their message out there. So although I do still work with people who help other people, it's not always doctors, but I work with like creatives. I work with creative entrepreneurs, website designers, like copyright experts, consultants, coaches, like all kinds of service-based businesses and people who are even, but the doctors even that have like specialties that get paid in private ways or that get paid reimbursed with insurance. It's so satisfying to be able to work with service-based businesses. And I know I've gotten questions from people, why don't you work with products? I don't like products. Products don't excite me. Products don't, they're like messy and inventory and keeping track and like competition, and like you can't stand out all the time, and you can't control pricing for everything. And also, a product doesn't inspire as much as a person's story, or as much as a person willing to give themselves to help other people. And so that's what I love so much about the service, because you can really make some impact, and you can customize your impact to the people that you work with, which is beautiful. Products don't let you do that. So that's my choice. And so I love supporting that. And you're unique, and what you do in your business is unique, and that's what makes it so special. So even if there's competition, and of course there is, you get to stand out because of who you are, as long as you're showing up online and being authentic and serving the best way that you know how. And I believe that you need to grow because you need to get that unique benefit out to the people that you can be working with. And so if you don't know what you don't know, then you might want to learn that so that you can actually have an opportunity to grow it. And you get to bring the heart and soul into your business, and I get to help you create bigger impact and income as a result of that. Alex, oh hey Alex, are you awake right now? What time is it? I always check my watch. Have you noticed that, guys? I'm like, what time is it? You've never worn a watch, Sandra, not once. What's the one thing that you tell your clients that you think is most impactful? That's a good question, Alex. I don't think it's one thing, because everybody's coming from a different place in their business, and everybody is doing a different business. And so it's usually questions that I ask instead of telling them what to do. It's more like questions and getting clarity on where they're at and where their holes are, so that we can attack those, because everybody's got different weak spots too. Like, there are a lot of things that overlap where a lot of people are kind of confused on the social media stuff, or sales and marketing approach, or what they think they should be doing versus what actually works and converts into clients. And so a lot of times there's overlap with that, and I teach a lot of that. But for the bigger impact is usually when I ask certain questions as it pertains to their unique business or situation, and then that answer that they give me, I'm able to say, okay, now we talk about this, and then it's like, oh my gosh, I never realized. So I guess it's like an obtuse answer, Alex, but that's kind of, it's more that than just telling people to do something. But maybe one of the most impactful things that I'm able to help with is helping people, coaching them through the authenticity piece. And Alex, like when we first met and you were nervous about going on video, and that's something that you would never do and you'd never be comfortable with, and then a couple hours later you're impressing an entire room of people and going on video and like flooring them, and now everybody loves you, and they're like, more video, Alex, now. And so I'm able to help encourage people into their place where they're supposed to be, and how they're supposed to show up authentically. What that even means. Like, what does that mean to be authentic? Like, I thought I'm just being myself. But you don't notice where you're hiding as a person, and not always. And I didn't either. By the way, I didn't. And so once somebody else can identify that, and you're like, that's not really how you act, Sandra, that's not how you act all the time. You're not showing up like yourself. I am now, but in the beginning I wasn't. I thought I had to be a little bit more professional, or I thought that I couldn't joke around that much, or I thought that people would think that what I was saying was dumb because I thought I was dumb. And it's my brother. I grew up with brothers that told me I was dumb, okay? I have a complex. It's okay. I don't really think that. But yeah, so it's like identifying the lack of authenticity, and people don't mean to be inauthentic. I don't think that most of the people I work with, none of the people I work with ever mean to be inauthentic. They never want to smoke people or like fox them out of a deal or something like that. It's always about not being secure, confident, or like sure enough about yourself to show up the right way. And that is the thing, showing up the right way, being authentic is the thing that actually converts more, because so many people have said to me, like, yeah, I know that you can get me there, Sandra. I really want to work with you because of who you are. And I'm like, sweet. So all I have to do is just be who I am, and that helps me help more people? Yeah. Okay. Because like there are other coaches for sure. And you have to find a coach that's aligned with you, that likes you, that you like, that understands you, that appreciates you, has compassion and empathy for what you're going through, and also has some like really good tactics, proven methods that will help you. Because what's the point in working with somebody if you're like, I guess they're okay. I mean, they've got some good ideas. Like, I want to work with people that are like, yes, I cannot wait to get on a call with you. I can't wait for our next group coaching session. That's amazing. Because I get like that for my clients. I can't wait to meet them on the phone. I can't wait to connect with them. And we laugh all the time together. It's so much fun. So when you're authentic, then you can actually have those kinds of relationships. If you're not being authentic, even if you don't realize you're hiding a little bit, your personality, you're not going to get the same people attracted to you that you really want. So that's kind of like, that's another like hidden secret. It's not really a secret, it's just, that's the truth. People undervalue that truth, but that is exactly how it is. And so I do have my group coaching open now. Like, my doors are open up until next week for the 3-month package, which is actually 4 months now. I've extended it a month. I told you guys that in the beginning, that I want, because we're coming into the spring season and people are having vacations, I don't want anybody to have an excuse to not produce, not follow through, not show up. And I'm going to be there the whole time. I always show up. But some people have stuff going on. Some people have vacations. Some people have things that are thrown into the mix. And I don't want anyone not succeeding and not implementing their stuff so they can get the results that they came for. Because once you go past 6 months, once you go past quarter 2 in your business, and you didn't show up for yourself the way you wanted to in the beginning of the year when you were all excited to do something, man, it sucks the wind out of you, and you do not really, people typically do not make moves and start to ramp up by the middle of the year if they haven't done much. And that's why I want to open the coaching program up for this. This is the last time I'm going to be doing 2019 pricing for my program, and I want people to knock it out of the park for 2020. Because what I love, I said it last time, what I love is when people get to look back at the year and go, oh my gosh, look what I did, look what I did. If I could do that, look what I can do this year. Like, if I made moves like that in 1 year, I didn't realize like what I didn't know, and now I can take all of that and like hyper focus it on this that's doing so well, and I can take that into 2021, and oh my gosh, and I know we're talking about the future here, like, okay, it's a year away, settle down, Sandra, but it goes fast. It goes fast in your business if you are doing well, and if you're doing things that like move the needle forward. You get super excited, and everybody knows when you're having fun in your business, time flies. 2021 is going to be here on the corner. It was just Easter a minute ago. I felt it. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So the excitement of knowing that you'll get to take off and your business will go in the right direction and where it's supposed to go, and you'll have a method and a plan and a strategy that works for you, and then you'll have the confidence and the authenticity and everything else to show up, and then you'll have the guidance and support and everything else that you need, all encompassing for your business to do what it needs to do. That's what I'm doing. I'm so excited for that. I love that. There's nothing else lights me up like that. So I will put the link in the comments, and you can grab a spot on the calendar. There are still spots available. If you don't get a spot on the calendar, message me and let me know, and I can figure out a time with you that we can get on the phone and talk to see if you're ready to grow your business now, to see if you're at the point where you're ready to like get your business going and take it off the ground. So I will see you in there. I've got more cartoons and like memes and videos to watch. I need to binge watch some more humor, and I need to turn off my space heater because I'm gonna sweat through my clothes. And see this is like the 3 buttons up here. This is like baby clothes. This is so that like when you have a really big head and you can't fit your shirt over it, that's why you give the babies the clothes with the buttons, because their heads are enormous and their bodies are narrow. But like, I have a small head. It's not a big brain up there, guys. I do what I can, but I've got a baby shirt and I'm going to be sweating through it in a minute, so I got to turn off that space heater. Dear Lord, do you guys hear that? It sounds like a diesel engine. Okay, I got to go.